Hello, Mary Lee. I thought I would do you a video message. As you can see, I'm out again on its day, and this day has been a long day. I should put my belt on to stop that beeping. Well, I slept all through last night and all through the early hours, doing the usual thing, you know, playing on the laptop and on the PlayStation 3 and all that. Yesterday I was good. I got Mum her lunch from the shop. I got electric and gas. What else did I do? Brain's gone to sleep. Wakey brain. I washed her clothes. I cooked her tea. I cooked her in that tuna pasta thing that I did. Just, you know, get her towels. Just, you know, help out. I do all the things I could, you know, so make it as easy as possible for her to get ready. I then gave her a call at 6 o'clock this morning. She had a wash and we went to the hospital. We left at 7:15 and we were there a long time, like the video says, which I uploaded. We were out for 6 hours and 40 minutes. I have really felt every single one of them. When we were there, they took the bandages off Mum. And then the doctor comes along and inspects the foot, and he sent her off. Then he sent her off for X-rays, and then when she came back, he looks at the X-rays and. You know, they take samples of her foot off to see what's going on there, and blood and stuff like that. There was good news. Her infection hasn't gone to the bone, which is, of course, good news because that is difficult to treat. She'll be on different medicine now for that. And her right foot's now gone into a cast. He scraped that black dead tissue off. She has to take an injection into her stomach to stop blood clots. I had to read out this like pamphlet to her so she'd know what was going on before she could sign to say she'd understood. I had to do a few pharmacy trips. The one I filmed, but I had to go back twice. Because Nan was kind of coming over, I gave her a lift home and I bought her her lunch, I guess it had been at the time, fish and chips, but, you know, proper fish and chips. And I got her newspapers and a chocolate bar. I remember giving her the taxi money because Nan catched the taxi from her house to the hospital. I think the word's pronounced necrotic or something along that lines. It's a Latin word meaning death because all the skin tissue's dead and it smells like death. And this is quite serious because that, if left untreated, can turn to gangrene. And I know Mum's always said that a thing like that in the back of her mind, knowing that could possibly happen. And you've seen how bad it is. On her left foot was that big open wound, that broken foot caused through the Charcot foot of her being a diabetic. And this right one's, you know, got this thing on it now which has come up relatively recently. But hopefully, because it was caught early, because Mum sees nurses, hopefully it could be nipped in the bud quite quickly. And now they want feeding, so I'm back out, you know, for tea and stuff. There's a bit more to it. Seeing a few nice little signs, a couple of them as you've seen in the videos I filmed, like the butterfly and the seagulls making a racket, almost like they were trying to get me. That staircase had proper rainbows on them again. You know, we filmed them before. Alright, let's be turning. Me again. Yeah, because Mem has this big thing of fat, which she always refers to as an apron on her stomach. It covers when she sits down like she did on the hospital bed, all of the top of her thighs right down to her kneecaps. So she's got this big heavy weight right down on her legs. And I know she was in a lot of pain with that. She was even crying. And when they wasn't working on her, I'd pick up her legs and sort of, you know, take them off the bed to ease some of the pressure. She was embarrassed about having the injection in her stomach because they have to be like 2 inches either side of the belly button. You alternate them. Because Mem's self-harm, so I'm not saying she's a massive self-harmer, but she does self-harm. I think she's done it, since she was her teens in some way or another. But what she does is she uses her finger and thumb and she pinches into her stomach with her nails, and it makes her bleed. And she was embarrassed because she's got a bit of scars there, so she's having to maneuver her top in a certain direction. So when I went to the chemist, Mum was saying the nurses were commenting on how lovely I was and how well I was treating her. It's funny because some days, like off Mum, sort of portrayed as not doing anything, never help, so on. And other days, my praises by them can't be sung enough. They're just so full of praise for the stuff I did, which is nice. But I don't expect it. But just pointing out how some days I'm this baddie and other days I'm like this angel. Also, when seeing signs when we went down the road down by us, and we drove past our little train bridge. A train went past at the right moment, so same really all four today. You know, the train, the seagulls, the butterfly and rainbows. Mem even thought she'd seen a sign herself. She's been wanting to lend, I said she can have it now, but she'd been wanting to lend a DVD I had, not one I picked out, called My Best Friend's Wedding. And it's just in a difficult spot, so you know, I've been having an hour in it, but because I knew she was stressed about today, early hours of the morning, I went and got it for her to watch, you know, try and give her something to take her mind off her, even if it's just for a little bit. And in the one scene, Julia Roberts was talking apparently to some guy in the hall, and something like, you know, talking about problems, and he said his gran always used to say, "This too will pass." And I think Mem sort of like seen it as a sign, you know, like she's going through all this worry that this too will pass, sort of thing, and that she was going to be okay. So, you know, it was just sort of one of those make of it as you well things, but I hope so. I mean, like, I know before, like I said, I know you can't see absolutely every single thing, but oh yeah, that's a sign, that's a sign, that's a sign. But sometimes when you have quite a few of them, it makes you think, doesn't it? It's like when we at that new place, and there was the monarch butterfly on the wheelie bins. I mean, if you go down the street and you look at all the other wheelie bins, you know, how many wheelie bins would you look at before you actually found a butterfly, you know, on one, you know? I think you'd be there all day, wouldn't you? So to have that on the house that we're moving to, it's just like these nice little good sounds. I apologise for my lack of messages, but hoping this will make you a little bit better informed. Might make a part 2 when I get to Asda. But for now, I send my love, and I speak to you soon, and I thank you very much for being understanding. Okay, love you, bye.